Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 288, and today we're doing battle with Soul Cleave, Nasus Kindred. And so this is our first set of battles with the 4-1 patch. This is the patch that brought in the competitive gameplay, the nerfs to Aatrox and Kayn and Katarina, while also adding a couple of new cards in Soul Cleave and then the destroy all followers coming out of Shurima. And so the current hot topic of the game is Soul Cleave, trying to find ridiculous things that you can do with this card. And I think it's most certainly warrants some investigation, and I think someone will come up with something exceptionally powerful out of this thing. And so my kind of take on Soul Cleave is you need to have cards that are good on their own that get enhanced by Soul Cleave. And so I don't want to play some kind of like super high rolly, garbagey ramp deck, taking advantage of that 3-cost last breath to ramp dude. Like, he's just so bad if you don't draw Soul Cleave, that it really feels like a terrible day. In addition to kind of ramp decks like that, if you're just slapping this into your Feel the Rush deck, you don't really have any other targets for Soul Cleave outside of something like Tryndamere or having a flipped Trundle and then trying to attack in with multiple big Trundles. And so I think you're going to want to look towards decks that can do okay without it, and so it's not like a super all-in strategy, but also ideally those units will still be good on their own. The card that I'm really kind of interested in is the Noxus pair, the Reckoners, the Reckoner that costs 4 and puts the free attack card in your hand, and then the other one that spreads out can't blocks, and then it also last breaths into another unit into your hand. And so if you kill off the initial one and your opponent I should say if you Soul Cleave the initial Reckoner, your opponent has a removal spell, you still get the can't block part, and you still get the last breath unit in your hand. You're not just completely out of everything. But when it pops off, you get those 3 can't blocks across the board, the 2 overwhelm units on the board, and now the 2 additional Reckoners in hand. And so I think that's more along the things that we're looking for. And so with that idea in mind, that brought me to the Slay style deck, the Slayers decks that you're actually trying to kill off your own units as it is, as a means to take advantage of the Soul Cleave. And so the big targets we're going to have in here are going to be the Cursed Keeper and the Undying. And so with the Cursed Keeper, if we kill it off, we get the Escaped Abomination, we get the 2 additional Cursed Keepers. When the Cursed Keepers die off, we get the 2 more Escaped Abominations. And so a reasonable amount of value there. Same kind of deal with the Undying. It dies, goes away. The 2 ephemeral copies die and go away. On the next turn, we have the 3/3/3 Undyings on the board. I don't feel like either of these strategies are too all-in. I feel like if the opponent kills a unit in the middle of the process, it's not that bad, and the cards still tie into the rest of the themes in our deck using the Darkened Halberds and the Kilbirds, the Darkened Halberds, comma, the Kindreds, comma, and then cards like Glimpse Beyond as additional ways to take advantage of sacrificing off our units. And so I think this is a good starting point, a good place to jump into the format. I've liked this style of deck in the past, and we'll see if it carries any weight now that we are here in the present. And so that's the deck we'll be doing battle with today. I did come in. This has been a big bummer, a big disappointment. I don't know what the deal with the game is, but if you come down to Soul Cleave, try to turn it premium, it doesn't let you do it. I click on the overwhelm, the ownership thing. It doesn't let us turn it premium. The game's broken, barely playable, and so we'll just have to suffice without paying the pay-to-win price. So it's a sad day, man. It's tough stuff. You try your best to come out and pay to win, and then you can't even do it. They won't even let you. So let's see how this starts out. Double 3D, bringing some of the new heat at us. He's got the fresh Lucian at 1 cost, along with the Shyvana that now sees all of the dragon attacks or all the dragon damages, but she needs 16. And so with this, I will hang on to the Vile Feast. I don't think I'm like ultimately super afraid of Lucian, but it is nice to have the early game answer. And then even if we don't target a Lucian, it gives us a nice removal spell that can start to kick off some of our Slayer style strategies. So what you gonna do, fam? You gonna open? I don't think we're quite ready to drop a Vile Feast. We can give this just a little bit of time. we get to roll into the next turn, we might have a little bit more action coming out of it. But do we want to start getting aggressive here? Like, we're lacking the sacrifice units outside of the Cursed Keeper. And so we do have this option here to say Vile Feast Lucian, get the Spiderling, play the Darkened Halberd on the Spiderling, killing the Cursed Keeper. But that kind of leaves us a little bit behind next turn in terms of trying to activate our Kindred. And so I don't think I'm quite ready to go that big. I think at the end of the day, we just want to be banking 2 mana here, and then we can look to play Kindred and Hate Spike next turn. So we'll go ahead and try and take down the Lucian. He's starting to get a nice kind of Slayer-style board, so let's take him away before he gets the opportunity to pop off. And now we'll continue through with Kindred. Canaverin Dragon. Okay. He's a little too big for our squad at the moment, but hopefully we can take him down in a round or two. Not entirely certain how this interaction works. If we want to get the slay onto, why doesn't, oh, we kill our unit first. Okay, that's where the problem is. Kill an ally. All right, it's going to be that thing, and then equip another. Let's just load up Kindred. Let's just go big. Nothing wrong with going big, am I right? Now he gets the fresh Undying on board, but the Escaped Abomination is weaker, right? The Escaped Abomination has 2 costs compared to the Undying's 3, so if he blocks, that should be the target. Oh man, so what do you have here? You have like a strike? I'm a little worried about that now. That was kind of scary.
I serve my people with pride.
Well, I do like that we have both the Spirit Leech and the Glimpse Beyond the Hate Spike. We have a lot of ways to come in and block next turn and still have access, or still have a way to kind of take away from the Shyvana, right? If we say block Camaverin Dragon with a 3/3 and then Hate Spike it away or something, we'll have a couple of options in those terms. All right, nice Kindred flip though. It's immediately bigger than everything he has, and oh, the Soul Cleave comes in. We don't have any great targets for it though. The downside to the Cleave. So let's do this. Let's drop in Fading Icon. I don't want the Undying to be the thing that gets the slay right at the beginning. I prefer it to be dead and then we slay something else after the fact. I mean, we can just like block this stuff. Not that big of a deal. No slays to that point. Oh yeah, we need to kill the dude. Then the Kindred mark looks like it's going to land on Shyvana. That's not bad. Okay. That's not so bad. Our board is looking a little weak, but we should hopefully be able to grind this out if he's not going to have an answer to Kindred. Not too much you can have here. Like, he doesn't, like, a single combat doesn't really get the job done. All right, now let's see what they do. We can look to just, oh, it's this stupid thing. The Undying is coming out here and just completely ruining our day. At least we should get a kill on a unit. If he doesn't block, then we can kill with Atrocity. We're getting close to just like straight up killing with Atrocity anyways. Look at these dum-dums. We got all these ravenous butchers, and then we just can't put them on the board. All right, well, it is what it is, I guess. We could look to like Soul Cleave the Spirit Leech and then Ravenous Butcher off the tokens. Like that does give us a little bit of option, and it just doesn't sound very good to me. Oh my god, about to get pissed off at a cat. That's what I can tell is about to happen. Nice, she moved. She heard what was about to go down. Alright, well, let's go for the Cleave. Get us some blockers out here. It should put the mark down here on the Dragon Guard, so it's getting to the point to where it's starting to avoid the Undying. Kind of nice. This is a 6 attack Shyvana. I don't know. I'm not scared, man. I'm not scared. We have the secondary Kindred in hand to do the swap thing. We have a Rite of Negation to counterspell something. I don't think we're particularly worried about this damage. It's like he's looking to single combat now, so like drop a single combat onto Kindred. Oh, interesting, he's gonna wait till after combat to do it. Okay. Let's go with the Rite of Negation. If it turns out that if it turns out that he has like another strike card in hand, we're gonna want to have the follow-up Kindred to come in after this. Is this worth a hate spike? Probably not. It's like we need to get something on board though. We don't have any units, so we can't get these dumb Ravenous Butchers out and doing anything. Oh, nasty. Okay. We got him down to 2 cards. We have, again, like a mountain of cards in hand. That's kind of nice. We just need a little bit more to pop off. We're, unfortunately, an additional mana away from Tarash now. He's not going to get the job done. Bakai sounds good. Interested in any of this? Like, it's a struggle. Like, we really just want Nasus at this point, right? Nasus is the only card we're really looking for. We didn't hit him, but the Undying does fit kind of everything that we're trying to do here. Fine. I don't like that. It seems terrible. This cat really gonna piss me off. Hang on. Oh my god, she's swatting at me now. Well, quit being fucking annoying. That's what you gotta tell the cats, right? That's what you gotta tell the cats. You don't want me to swat at you, then quit being fucking annoying. Alright, this is bad though. This is bad. It feels like we're not going to get lethal, at least with what he has on board, right? He has 10 damage on board with a challenge to the right, but it feels like we could have done this a little bit better. But as long as he's not playing Atrocity, I mean, we can just play Tarash next turn. That's always that's always legit. And 3 of his units can't block, so we might find ourselves in this space to where we attack with Tarash and then get to Atrocity on the following turn. Curious if he has Atrocity of his own. I think I'm afraid that's what he's brewing up in the brain piece over here. Now he just snaps it, right? He says you're under 4. No more Rite of Negations for you. Snip snap, bro. Snip and snap. Oof. I don't know if we even have strong followers. Like, it feels like we're going to be fairly far away from dealing 15 on the round. But, I mean, if we can deal that damage and then go into the next turn. Oh shit. Oh, that guy's scary, right? When I kill another unit. So we do have Hate Spike in hand, so we don't completely have to worry about that. Right, so he blocks something with the Camaver Dragon. We just Hate Spike it away. Okay. Oh shit, he's even summoning dragons. Look at you, friend. Are we gonna get the drain kill off of this Camaver Dragon? Is that the way things are gonna go? Oof. Give me that point of health, please. That's the stuff, right? We're dealing 6 to him. Why doesn't this one get it? When I kill a unit, drain 1. He didn't do it. Alright. Well. We still got the atrocity, though. The plan is coming together. Ooh. We should have known he didn't have atrocity, right? He would have just killed us right there. And so, Tarash got him to exactly 10. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's got to be it right there, huh? Squeeze them cheeks. No serious top deck from the opponent. And oof. GG'd him real hard. GG'd him real good. Well done, squad. Well done. One and 0. All right, next battle. Whew. Exciting stuff. Exciting. What do we got here? Opponent has been found. Well, this isn't a Soul Cleave deck. it's got Yuumi and Fizz. It doesn't even have any Shadow Isles cards in it. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. But we drew our Cleave. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can do something cool. We got the Cursed Keeper to go along with it. I dig that. I'll try to get the deck tracker back up after this game as well. The deck trackers always have problems right when the new patches come out. So let's see if we can't reload it. I think there was some kind of update today. I figured that would fix it, but it doesn't always want to load. See, I turned you on, friend. See? The thing is loaded, but where's the remainder? Please enable third-party API. Oh my gosh, is that a... Who knows what that means? Clearly need to get a scientist involved. What do we got here? We're just gonna pop on this, right? Like we ignore the Ruthless Raider. He's going big on that. Oh shit, no. No. Ugh. No. I guess that at least gives us a blocker. It's not the complete end of the world here, but I was really planning on playing a Soul Cleave this turn. It's going to give us the 3/3 anyways to block with, but we were going to have the 2 additional units next turn. I mean, maybe this is just the way it should be. If we want to say drop Cursed Keeper and then Hate Spike next turn. This is probably a pretty decent Hate Spike target. Oh my god, this fucking cat. Move. She tries to sit on my feet. I don't want you to sit on my feet. The struggles of trying to do stuff out here, man. The struggles can be hard. Alright, we'll see if we can't build to a Hate Spike. It just strikes me as a little scary. Right now, like, we didn't have the opportunity to, like, troll chant here anyways, but... he has the chance to bank up some more mana now, and so... Oh my god, it's back. Fucking cat, man. I love my kitties, don't get me wrong, but... It's being annoying as shit. Alright, what do we got here? Prowling Projectile to stop the Hate Spike? I mean, okay. Alright, Yuumi. You had your deck's 1 removal spell. You had access to it. Oh my gosh, what's this? An entreat? Sure. So this guy's gonna be problematic. We can't hate spike it next turn. Vengeance is our only answer to killing it. We are nowhere near fast enough to win this game at this point. We can throw down a bunch of shit, but it's not gonna be enough to get a lethal damage on board. I guess maybe we can survive it through the next turn. Like if we throw down a if we throw down one of these 4 attack Nasuses and then he has to try and deal with that. Just need to prevent a little bit of damage, I guess. But it's so easy for these decks to pop off a bunch of like flame spitters and stuff. I mean, maybe we should have prevented the damage there. It's like it's got to be real close in terms of the lethal next turn. Like, if he gets this up to 12 and we're only blocking with 3, you know, that's not a great place to be in. Look at this incredibly large Nasus, though. Incredibly large, much size on Nasus today. He just doesn't do enough. We'll see what we can do here. Like, the Fizz isn't too scary, right? We can pop off a bunch of Vile Feasts on Fizz. Maybe get the takedown on him. Oh. Statement retracted. Statement retracted. This is not good, fam. I checked in on the status here. It's not good. Sure. So it is very dangerous putting the block in with the Ruthless Raider, but we don't have any punishes for this stuff. All right, what can we draw? The Undying, you're not it. All right, GG. That's a tough match at any rate. They do a lot of ignoring you, and so you have to be coming at them with the aggression, and like if they're able to kind of like fend off your bad removal spells and then get the aggression going, it's a little bit tough to interact with them. All right, next battle. Do some cool stuff, you know. Gotta bring that cool stuff thunder. What is this? Caitlyn Teemo with a little bit of Freylord? All right. Okay. I'll see you. Got our Teemo Destroyer, right? We picked up the Vile Feast. See what we can do. Teemo's coming at us. He says you're not Teemo destroying just yet. Not yet. I think he'll be okay though. It's not that big of a deal. We can deal with that first little chip of Teemo damage. Ooh, I was about to say we kind of missed out on dropping our Ravenous Butcher. We probably should have just played him last turn on a prey, but I guess it's not horrible picking up an escaped abomination in the process. Also known as planned it that way. Planned it. Ooh. Teemo getting this already. Now Caitlyn comes in. Alright, this is no problem. Anything cool here? We're starting to run out of stuff to do. I don't feel like I really want any of these cards. Like, we can start trying to pop off with the Undying, I guess. It's just like a little bit slow at this point. This is another spot like in that previous game to where we're kind of like, well, I'm really ready to just start hitting Nasus or Kindred or one of our big cards, and putting the Undying on top of our deck, does not play to that theme. But gotta get a bigger unit on board at some point. And this is our path to getting a bigger unit. Avalanche. The fuck? Alright, well. That one was not on my radar coming out of Teemo Caitlyn. you typically don't play cards that self-kill Teemo. But it boomed us real good. There's no denying that. No denying that. Man, I was primed and ready to throw a blocker in front of Caitlyn and Glimpse Beyond and everything, but... Ooh, that's all nasty. Kindred turns up? Okay. Go ahead and drop her in. It's like a little scary. I'm kind of curious if we shouldn't just like put the Bakai on board, bank the mana into next turn, try to fade all of the traps that could be hitting, and then go from there. But luckily we dodged. Yeah, how important is this Kindred? It doesn't feel like a winning strategy to just be like, okay, now I'm going to just kill off the Undying. I think 4/4 is probably big enough. All of our units now do threaten to kill a Caitlyn. And let's just move from here. So let's kill an ally. We'll boost one. Actually, let's just attack first. Right, I don't think he ever blocks, but with the Caitlyn falling, if he does block, it is kind of nice to follow up after combat and just try and kill whatever else he plays. Avalanche number 2. I was curious if that was going to be a factor. Sure. Alright, something good. You know, it's like, I guess I can see taking Glimpse Beyond. It's just, like, we are in such a bad spot next turn if he hits a Flashbang trap. Right, we got 4 traps in our deck. We've drawn like 4 cards since they came in. It is just like such a chance that this guy gets blown up. And then if we pick up Glimpse Beyond and just don't have anything to do, oh, that's so brutal. But like, this is the exact kind of card we need in this point. Is we need to draw stuff. We need to start like card advantaging this guy. I forgot about our Undying, though. That's on me. I forgot we were going to be having this unit to come back that just goes, oh yeah, I got all the card draws for you. All right, kill an ally, equip our 1 health unit, be ready to survive the Blighted Ravine next turn. See if we can't pop off a little bit. This is just lethal now, right? Looks like a lethal. It's not a very safe one. Who cares about safety, yo? I'm not playing around that. I'm just getting the damage in, right? Alright, GG. It's been marked. W. Bust. Alright, next battle. Whew. Evolution and Hecarim, sure. So did you all see the big news with LeBron James? Are you all big followers of the basketball? Now, I must say with myself, the amount that I follow basketball is LeBron James. And I usually don't follow basketball until LeBron James is in the playoffs. It's like you just have so much time to do stuff in life. You have so much time that you can dedicate to things. And I don't have the time to dedicate to the NBA regular season. But LeBron James has always been like well known for me. He grew up really close to where I was in West Virginia. He grew up in Toledo. It's like 3 or 4 hours away from where I was in West Virginia. And what, this Ravenous Butcher? We already have one. I think we just let these go. And like starting from when I was like at the end of middle school into early high school, so when I was like 13 or 14, you heard about LeBron nonstop. It was just, he was such a fixture of the news. Like anytime you picked up the newspaper to read about the sports, LeBron was a part of it. And so you know, these kids that grow up and are really fantastic and like California or something, you're not really gonna pick up on that news. But he was always, kind of that fixture for me. And then the next kind of space with that is it's so wild, like to take someone like him and just say, you're going to be the greatest thing ever. Like you're going to be the biggest thing that has ever hit basketball in the entirety of our lifetimes. And you start like feeding this like media frenzy into this like 13, 14, 15-year-old kid and just have these like gigantic expectations set up for them. And he just like grew up, he went straight into the NBA. He didn't fuck up, right? That's a fairly tough thing for people to avoid these days, is just not fucking up. And I see what you're doing, I guess. And he made it the whole way, and then he just like exceeded everyone's expectations to be arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. And it's just incredible that this played out like that. And we're getting kind of rambly about LeBron, but he did just break the scoring record, and he's been a large part of my life for eternity. And so I'm really proud. I'm really happy for him for what he did, and it's a big moment. It's a big thing to have happen. And you got that scoring record. Everything's looking good. Do it, man. All right, though. We gave our props to LeBron. We said, good job, my dude. Way to bring the GGs to the basketballs. We can jump back into the battle. So I was hoping to get a really good quicksand here. It looks like something we should be pulling off. Even if we want to block with Kindred, it's not that big of a deal. These small units aren't as problematic. I do want to make sure we take down the Prodigy, though. Let's just go about this the not greedy way. Take 4, not a huge deal. And then we'll get the Prodigy taken down. Sure. Some people, not everybody, but just some people, will often refer to me as the LeBron James of Legends of Runeterra, just the absolute GOAT, the greatest of all time. So many successes across the board. It's hard to deny that I'm arguably the greatest of all time. So it feels good, man. Feels great. Being the GOAT, being the best. Feels good. But let's take over this board, man. I'm going to kill off this little unit. That's going to feel kind of nice. We're unfortunately in this space to where we can't quite kill with Atrocity, but if we get the Boisterous Host off of the board, we should do some reasonable amount of unit removals here. All right, fine. Fine. People being lame. I bet Asmodeus Salvius doesn't even like LeBron James. He's probably going to try and say the greatest of all time is like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or something. Not the case, not the facts. And that does bring one of my favorite quotes of all time. Oh my God, he has Challenger, so we can't even play Nasus now. One of my favorite quotes of all time from The Office is from Michael Scott, talking about not needing to go to college. He's did it in the same way that LeBron and Kobe did it. They just went straight to the NBA. It's well done, friend. Oh, this is so bad. Is he gonna flip? Okay. Are we just completely dead out of this? No way, man. I thought we were going to be able to still build up to this Atrocity next turn, but not even that shit's on the table. Alright. Oh, picked the wrong one. Where does this get him? Make us fall to 1. Okay. The answer's got to be here somewhere, right? says, oh, well, if I'm not lethal and bust, he's going to come at me with some big shenanigans. Oh, that was pretty brutal, though. I don't feel like these games would have gone well even if we protected our... like, had a better protection for our Kindred. It's like Kindred was so irrelevant these games just because of all the foyer tokens. She wasn't going to kill anything. So this husk isn't quite enough. Ooh. Ooh, is this our path? Is this our way? If we drop the Cursed Keeper picks up Challenger, and then opponent just doesn't play a 3-attack unit, right? We're there. We got him. Yeah, it could happen. Shark Chariot. That's the kind of thing we're asking for here. Oh, squeeze them cheeks, boys. Did we do it? Oh, snap. We might have. Squeeze him. Uh-oh. He's playing cards. I don't want to see him playing cards. What do you got? Something irrelevant. My favorite card to see come on board. Uh-oh. I'm squeezing so hard right now. You could you could crush a walnut between those cheeks. Look at that. That's why they call him the GOAT. They call him the LeBron James of the Legends of Runeterra. Look at that. Y'all thought that was over with. You didn't think we were going to pull that one down. GG, my dude. Oof. Ripping and rolling. What do we got here? This deck's dumb. I was so happy in the previous set to talk about these situations to where the chess thing, right? The chess thing. I like it, and this Anivia Harrowing deck is the epitome of playing chess by yourself on a Friday night. All right, we're going for it. We're going big. We can get this turn 4, right? We unfortunately don't have the mana now to drop the Undying and then Soul Cleave it, but we got to go for it, right? We got to go for it. Hey, Happy Lisk. Imagine it's Friday night. Your friends send you a text message. They say, yo, Lisk, we're getting together to play some chess tonight. You want to play? Says, nah, you're not good enough. You're a waste of my time. I only play against people that are better than me. Oh, who's better than you? You've been playing with Magnus Carlsen? Nah, man, just playing by myself. I'm the GOAT of chess, much like FTP Bust is the GOAT of Legends of Runeterra. Just playing by myself, you know? All right, so are we going to just go for it, though? This is kind of a mess spot to where if like we Soul Cleave the Undying and he kills it, we do fall pretty far behind. But this is kind of like the opening to where he doesn't have good removals, right? He only has 5 mana, so he can't drop a Vengeance. He can't drop any like slow speed spell. All of the situational ones should be too slow. And this strikes me as a deck that's going to want to be playing cards like Harsh Winds anyways. I don't feel like they have a lot of ways to stop this guy at slow speed. Or at fast speed, I should say. Uh-oh, fam. You gotta emote this one. You gotta drop it in. All right, the block has been made. This is very, very dangerous for opponent. We're going to have a lot of ways to really come after this Anivia. I guess this means his play next turn is just going to be the Rekindler, right? That's what you would look to be doing, is just rekindling away, or rekindling and bringing back Anivia. But I think we got to come in and just go for it. Does she even count as dead at this stage? I think she does. Like, we have the Vile Feast to kill the egg, but... I can't quite remember if... that has to count as dead. She, like, left the board and came back. Oof. All right, here he comes. He's about to come in. The Rekindler. Oh, natural Anivia. Much better. Much better. All right, can we get into next turn? The problem we're going to start running into is we won't have, like, he can fill out a lot of board. If he plays the Rekindler and brings back an Anivia, that's 3 units, and if he has a Harsh Winds after that, that shuts down 5 of our units, and the game's kind of done at that point, but we might be okay. We might be able to get through this. It's going to be the Harrowing. Ooh, the Soul Cleave. I dig it. I like what you're about. Not gonna let that happen, though. I'm trying to think how I feel. If I feel a little bit better in terms of the Soul Cleave coming in, because I hated this deck so much in in best of 3. It was so annoying to play against. Got so much Anivias, man. All right, well, we still got to try and win on this open attack next turn. We just want to hate Spiker. Like, I was under the impression that the egg couldn't block. This is a new thing, right? This at some point you could not block with the eggs. I'm pretty sure. And that's what I was kind of messed up with last turn, and now it's kind of like I have in my head that I want to hate spike away this Anivia just so the egg comes on board. But that doesn't get us entirely where we want to be. What if, new question, what if instead we say hate spike a different Undying? It's still going to pop off the... Does that not pop off the Kindred thing? Oh, she's already activated this turn, right? Alright. If that's not the case, we'll go for the Fading Icon. I don't know, like, I guess the downside to this way is you get domed by Withering Wail. But, I mean, we can't play around everything. If we want to just play around Harsh Winds, we're kind of screwed in a different direction, and so... Yeah. Not sure however else you were supposed to take that. Alright, we'll get out of that one. GG, I guess. Never give a good game to an opponent playing Anivia Harrowing. You have to say things kind of undermining it, right? You say GG, I guess. Okay, well, we had fun, right? Such a dumb set of cards. All right, next battle. Y'all want to talk about LeBron James some more? When I was in graduate school, that was the most epic NBA Finals of all times when LeBron came back to Cleveland. I think it was when he came back, right? I can't remember the timing exactly, but I'm like reasonably confident that it was the finals against Golden State, to where they had to win the last 3 games and the 7-game set to come back from victory, and they pulled it off. It was very epic at the time. I don't quite remember it at the moment. I had a lot going on finishing up grad school when that was happening, but way better than Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry probably regrets the day he met LeBron James on the court. I'm sure they're wonderful friends off the court. Oh my god, this cat is back. Fucking move. 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 Oh my god, she's gonna claw me. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, fam. I might not survive the day out here. But let's kill an ally, get an equip in. I want this big Fading Icon. It should shut down his entire board. And now we can, maybe draw another summon unit to pop off with these other cards. It's a little bit awkward here with the Butcher, the Glimpse, the Atrocity that we drew way too early, and just not having the wide plays to take advantage of this stuff. But, I mean, maybe it's okay. Interesting spot here with the Bakai in the sense that if we want to quicksand in this combat, we can't play it. As like, I just don't think we're going to do anything here. He's never attacking with Lucian. We're never blocking the Shark Chariot. And so I think we can just let that go. Now we can roll into this next turn and just bank. We're really looking for like a Kindred or something to get on the board. And speaking of the devil, just turned up just on time. These foyers have been annoying as shit, man. That has been annoying. How bad could this be? This is just going to be a glimpse from beyond, right? They shouldn't have a trick that actually lets them beat Kindred here. 8 spike. Alright. It's so brutal. Such a strong play there. Oh my god, the cat's coming back. Or is this a different one? I got the lights off, so it's hard to see. You can never tell if the black cat's rolling through and it's dark out. You can't see the little mess on the floor. And he's the dumb one as well. And so it'll be nighttime. You're trying to walk through the house, and then you just have this idiot black mass laying on the floor, just never moving. The struggles. The struggles. What's this guy doing, though? So we're certainly bringing in the Vile Feast. Like, how much do we have to protect our health at this point? Like, maybe we just block down here at the end. Like, ultimately, we're worried about Hecarim at this point, right? If Hecarim gets to come in, we're really gonna fall, but we just need that little bit of time to build up. Maybe it's not as bad when we have the Quicksand in hand, and we don't have to worry about him entirely, but I don't know. I'm worried from those games earlier. We're just getting completely domed by the Foyer and got completely domed by Hecarim, and it's sitting in my mind. We gotta start advancing, though. We're gonna need this Atrocity to get the kill again. So he's only got 3 Ephemerals. He's gonna have 1 Foyer and 1 Foyer and then 1 Shark Chariot coming at us. I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and take down the Lucian. I don't want to overbank like too far coming into this next turn. We might need to both Quicksand and Vengeance, so we can take him off. We might have sequenced this wrong. We might have got that a little bit in the wrong order, but I think we definitely want to be playing all those cards. Now we're in the space to where if he plays a card and then we just get to Vengeance Hecarim, then we should be really close to winning. I could tell, though, in Vo Sir Chatto, he loves chatting about LeBron James. He says the king is back. He's on a bad team, but he's trying to carry as hard as he can. Oh, I forgot about Hecarim summoning in the dudes. Shit. I was like, there's no way he's going to have the extra 2 dudes, and there he does. Alright, so there's the easy part. Now we need to get out of this with losing as little as we can. I mean, it is kind of okay having the Fading Icon fall. We get to put that equipment back in our hand. Then do we just want to stop here? I mean, we have the option to Quicksand. I think I can't remember, like, Quicksand takes off Ephemeral and then these units don't die. I mean, they die to the combat anyways, but I think we probably just got to stop here. And then if he wants to play, like, an Atrocity, we might have a little bit of protection. Like, he had the opportunity there to just say, like, Atrocity away his, kill an ally equip. He had the opportunity to Atrocity away his Hecarim, while the Vengeance was on the stack. Didn't take it. So we might be okay here. We might have just done this. We just need one unit to connect, and then we can Atrocity and kill the rest of the way. Oof. Did it. These have been butt clinchers, man. You've got to squeeze the cheeks on these on these Hecarim games. GG. All right, next battle. What do we got? It's not even a Shadow Isles deck. Where the Soul Cleave's at in this Jace Lux. I was curious about Jace Lux. The update to Albus Pharaohs seems kind of interesting to me. If you just think of Albus Pharaohs as a decimate, that also draws Jace. Having him start at 3, he should be attacking and dealing like 4 or 5 right from the get-go. I think there's a lot of potential in that card. But let me see here. Do we want any of this stuff? We have a pretty decent curve as it is. I could see picking up a Spirit Leech as just a way to kind of upgrade our board. This doesn't seem like the matchup to where Quicksand's going to be any good. I guess otherwise we'd be looking for something like a Hate Spike. A lot of 3/3s come out of this deck. All right, he takes the full bank. How much risk do we want to take here? Right, we can open in and just get the 5, but we have a really powerful hand with the Undying, Ravenous Butcher, and even the Darkened Halberd. It's like, he's not going to Shock Blast, but like Assembly Surge or whatever would be fairly tough. I'm still just going to go for it. I think we walk into both of those pretty reasonably. Assembly Surge, there you go. I was totally right on the naming. It's going to bring the squad. He'll probably take the value block, but it's not a guarantee. As a deck that plays a ton of Vile Feast kind of cards, I thought there was a realistic chance he just doesn't block here and takes the trades. Because outside of these, Vile Feast doesn't actually kill anything. So, curious how that would go. Didn't go super ideal, but I think we're still in a reasonable spot. Vengeance and the Dog. Whoa. Whoa. Didn't expect that guy. He's big. And the Double Dog. Alright, well. Let's make the 6/3 unit invite the 3 damage spell to come out of the opponent. It's probably not coming. And alright, that's not terrible. We can start to get our Nasus on board. No, Kindred is the big one. This deck does struggle against a Kindred if they can't immediately remove her. So maybe we'll get something out of this. He chooses Quick Attack on Jace. That strikes me as fairly greedy. And he's bringing it. Ow. How does he even have a kill for Kindred at this point, right? You have to have a kill for Kindred. I'm just going to pass. Whenever he plays his Get Excited or Aftershock or whatever, we can play the Glimpse Beyond afterwards. Yeah. Now, do we even care about... There's no reason to just play it on Kindred, right? We want a 6/6 Undying coming out of the turn. Go ahead and drop that one. Can reasonably drop Nasus next turn as well. It's like if we lose out on a Nasus, it's not the end of the world, like if he has a Thermogenic Beam. Because we have the second Nasus in hand. What is a dumb cat? These cats, he's really struggling. So we got this cat over here. He's He's obese. He's overweight. I don't know how he got so big. He's always like a big cat. Like in terms of the size of the litter, he was in a litter of like 5. He was just always bigger than all the other cats. But he's gotten well overweight. He's always been like kind of overweight, but now he's like definitely overweight. And so it's tough with 3 cats, like feeding them the proper amount. And if you put out a bowl of food, then it's just there. There's no way saying you eat this much, you eat this much, you eat this much. And oh my god, these cats are about to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to exit the game, but yeah, you can't say that to a cat. You can't say this is all you get to eat. And so we got him an automatic feeder, and so that's the new solution. He can eat more than the other ones, I guess, but he's really kind of limited in the time frame when he can do it. And it's so funny. It's like he hears the nuggets hit in the little bowl thing, and he just fucking bolts. He just completely takes off across the house, just runs at him like a madman. And it is amazing in every way. But here I'm getting distracted. What are we going to do? I'm looking to play something here. I don't want to just lose our Undying. I mean, we don't even necessarily... Let's just play something, right? let's just play this atrocity to the face, and we'll see if that's enough for the victory. Getting distracted by the cats, man. But no, it is the most adorable thing. He's like way on the other side of the house. Here's the nuggets start to hit the bowl. Just fucking bolts. Just takes off running. It's his best exercise. It's his good exercise. But now they just come around begging for food. They got used to having more quantities at certain times of the day, and we gotta break them of the habits. All right, last battle: Lysandra, Thresh, and Tryndamere. You have to assume that there's gonna be a a soul cleave coming out of this. Curious how he goes about it, but this strikes me as kind of like a probably go tall deck. This is the kind of thing to where I think Kindred should run kind of rampant, so I went ahead and hung on to it, and then we're looking for other stuff now. It's a reasonable start. Get our summons on board, bank on the upcoming turn, and then have the Undying into Kindred. Like, we would prefer to be a little bit more aggressive in this match, but it's not really here. I like to think that we're probably the aggro in this match. Maybe we're not. Guess what? This other cat's back down here to hang out on my feet. Oh my god. This is the video. This is what you get when you watch an FTP Bus video. Some mediocre gameplay, an occasional good play or two, rambling about LeBron James and cats the rest of the way. You're welcome. Glad I could bring that to you. Oof. It's tough. Well, let's see where this gets us. It's trying to kill off the Harbinger. If things go wrong with the Glimpse Beyond, it's okay. It's going to lose out on our Undying. I don't feel like we really want to drop Darkened Halberds onto these shitty units, because they're not going to be big enough to, say, interact with the Lysandra. Now this Kindred is just going to do nothing. This is not the space I was expecting our Kindred to be in. I think I saw the Lysandra and just kind of assumed that we were playing against like Shurima cards, and I'm kind of thrown for a loop as we are out here most definitely not playing against Shurima things. Kill an ally. We got to equip Kindred. Can't have it just die to Thresh. See if we can't pick up a little bit from here. It's interesting for next turn. Like, I know our Nasus isn't very big, but I think we probably want to bank this remaining mana and then just play Nasus next turn. That makes a little sense, right? Ooh, interesting. Why would he attack with this Harbinger? This gets us to a point to where we can potentially take down his better units, but Kindred then dies to a Black Spear or a Thresh attack on the next turn. I don't know. I think I'll risk it. She's, getting the 1 tick this turn. And if we level up next turn, she's going to be out of range again. So I guess the new question will be, do we even want to bother with Nasus? And I think he's still okay here. He's got a lot of big stats.
Betrayal bears Shurima. Hope revived it.
We have the guaranteed slay and the hate spike now. Pretty reasonable. I think the thing that we probably don't want to attack with Kindred, right? If we're in this space to where she's just going to attack and die to a harsh winds, I don't feel like that's really getting maximum value out of her. No reason to just get annihilated by a Three Sisters. Interesting. Okay. So dangerous if we want to just go for the Vile Feast play. I do see the Vile Feast and I do see the Thresh at 1 health, but I don't think we can do that. I think we have to. I think we have to hate spike the first wave, and then we can look to take the Thresh down from there. He's too big. Like I'm kind of envisioning in my head that we just we just ignore the Thresh, but he's going to start pulling Tryndamirs out of the deck. That's a little bit too much. But you have the new upcoming problem of these Frozen Thralls popping off, and so you got to be like, well, would I have preferred to dealt 3 to the Inquisitor and then double Vile Feasted to take it down next turn? Maybe. Because I'm pretty sure the sequencing, that the way this stuff works is the opponent's countdown effects are going to happen first. So let's say we put a Kindred mark onto the Inquisitor, then his end of turn effects are going to happen, so he's going to get the 2 Frozen Thralls, then our end of turn effects will happen afterwards. We'll kill the Inquisitor, but these things will already be gone. All right, round end and round end for both of the effects. Now we could just throw Atrocity at him. That was our new and fresh pickup. And I'm trying to think if we have the capabilities to go toe to toe with the Frozen Thralls. This is gonna depend on how much mana he spends. That's interesting. I mean, I think we just try and blow up the Inquisitor. We have to throw Nasus, but it keeps these Frozen Thralls from leveling. But right, we don't have to worry about flash freezes now. He could play the physical card flash freeze. I guess if you're playing the physical card flash freeze, then you got us. You don't have to deal with the more common ones like Three Sisters or Harsh Winds. Oh my god, is that enough? Oh, so savage. Oh my god. I wasn't counting on the troll chant, that's for certain. Alright. We might be able... Oh, it destroys the unit's equipment. Okay, I was like, is that going to kill our Kindred? That would not be ideal. But we can still recover out of this. I'm going to go ahead and say that that was a bit of a preemptive GG, if you will. We can still handle a lot of this stuff on board. So let's attack with the Undying. We can look to Vile Feast out the Inquisitor. That should put a tick onto the Frostguard Thrall. He needs to be, like, the place he'll try and get us here is if he has, like, a Tryndamere. We gotta go hard, though. We gotta go hard. Nice addition with the thralls. I wonder if that's what's going to get us this game, is we had the opportunity to take down one of these Frostguard thralls by playing the Vile Feast before we attacked, and now that he got that extra unit on board, it's kind of lame. We got this big boy Nasus though. he's certainly ready to party. He says, "I come back for round 2, my friend. I do the blocking so Kindred doesn't have to." Right, he's only got 1 card in hand, so we don't have to worry about infinite things here. The card I was predominantly worried about for this turn was going to be a 3 Sisters, but that's kind of off the table for him now. Not in Battle Fury range here. That's always kind of cool. You don't want to be in Battle Fury range, getting blown up by the Tryndamere cards. Okay, he's also short of Buried in the Ice now, so let's just slam everything onto the board. Feels good, doesn't it? I hope you learned your lesson on dropping the GGs a little too early, my friend. Look at that. I troll chanted out of the atrocity. Better throw a good game down. LOL. Get slayed, dude. Get slayed. And so, not a bad set of games. Not a bad set of games. We can pull this up and talk about it a little bit more. And so I think this is a fairly interesting deck. There's a couple of pieces to it because you can do a lot of kind of customization to Nasus Kindred if you want. Right, we have 1 copy of Quicksand, we have 1 copy of Rite of Negation. You can look to tool around with those. I always feel like I never get the correct mix of sacrificable units, right? We're playing 1 Wings in the Wave, the Cursed Keepers, Fading Icons, and Undyings into the full degree. You can always come in and tweak that a little bit. You can look to, say, not play Vengeance and look to play cards like Crumble or play Shadow Isles Tellstone. Shadow Isles Tellstone's also being interesting when you play a bunch of Cursed Keepers and Undyings. There's a lot of things that you can kind of pick and choose with this list that I don't think you can really really hone in on the perfect setting in the matter of 20 games. And so most certainly can be tuned and edited to fit within the meta. The thing I really wanted to talk about in playing this was Soul Cleave and how we felt about it coming out of this deck and also seeing our opponents play it in like half of the games today. And I think it was pretty interesting. It's quite powerful. Again, this is a card that I think it's too early to say it's going to get nerfed. That's kind of a hot take to immediately say the Soul Cleave is going to get nerfed, because as the sets change and the things come out, people need that kind of adjustment period in terms of seeing how the meta's going to land and what aggro decks are good and what answers do you need to the aggro decks. And you're really rewarded for at the beginning of these patches just either playing the absolute most aggressive deck you can play. I played like 3 games of Anti-Gen earlier and it was fucking stupid, but if leveling up to Diamond on the first day is that important to you, then by all means play Anti-Gen. But those really big aggressive decks on the first day are extremely strong, and after that it's just the most powerful thing that you can do. And Soul Cleave really lends itself to being just the most powerful thing that you can do. Because there's just so many high-powered combos that you can pull off with this. And so I think we're definitely going to be seeing this over the next few days. Again, I think it's kind of a hot take to say that this is going to be strong enough to need to be nerfed. But if a deck managed to emerge that was stronger than Tier 2, to where it was either Tier 1.5 or Tier 1, I would not be surprised. And so I think there's been a lot of really powerful things coming out of this. It's just a matter of finding the best way to take advantage of it. And so, again, interesting deck, good stuff. Recommend it as a fun way to play. Always enjoy playing with the dog. He's got a lot of power running through here, and those were some pretty fun games. So that is going to do it for us today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned a thing or two along the way. Had a good time watching. This is Bustin'. We thank you for being here.